Hey,
Hey, E.
here we are. It's February 17th.
Mm-hmm. President's
Day.
Day off.
Yeah, slow day. It was really nice.
Slow day. Good cleaning, though.
Good clean. And now we're about to go off to Starbucks, our trusted location for getting good work done.
Get some work done.
Yeah, and gather some of the things from the books that we've been reading and just practice our memory tricks a little bit more. So we're just doing a little check-in on what we've been learning so far.
Yeah. Shall I? Great. Okay. So I've been reading The Moonwalking with Einstein, and I've yet to find out exactly what that is in reference to, but I'm sure it will come about. But one beautiful thing that he was talking about was about the memory palaces. And that's, utilizing techniques that we released earlier to build a link in the memory, a connection there, and then using the memory palaces, you find places to put them. So it'll utilize his household as a child, or this house, or anywhere that's you're familiar with, and you start placing whatever your grocery list, presidents' names, whatever you want to remember, you put them in particular places throughout, and that way you just have to walk through your house and you see the items that you place there. And so it's been awesome to use that for, like we said, the grocery list, little pieces of memory that you want to connect to. So.
And you're using visualization techniques when you're doing that. So when you're placing different things that you want to remember around a location that you know really well, you're envisioning that item and you're linking it to something that will help you remember it, whether it's something that sounds like it or something that reminds you of it, but you're kind of creating a little scene. So then it's a little movie that you're playing back in your head as you just walk through that location. You can think back to all these different little scenes that are pretty absurd, but they're sticky. They're easy to remember.
Right, especially in a location that holds more permanency in your brain.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. What about you? What do you got?
Let's see. One of the biggest things that I got is that it really comes down to your creativity and your organization level for how you're storing your memories. So if you think about it as in how you store your files for important documents, or how you store things on your computer, how you set up folders to then really access things in a quicker and easier way, it's the same thing for when you're trying to figure out how to utilize your memory to the fullest capacity. Yeah, it was really interesting to learn that our brain can store up to 2.5 petabytes of information. That's equivalent to 3 million hours of video, of streaming content on Netflix. That's so much information. So the more that you are creative with how you really link things, using your imagination, it's about creating a picture for yourself, or a scene really, to then play back for yourself. And then with the memory palace technique of storing it in different places. And our brain doesn't really like to process things that are too abstract, like numbers, letters. Those are hard for us to really hold on to. But stories and images and smells and sounds, those are a lot easier to play back. So if you can link the two, numbers and letters to sounds and smells and visuals, man, it just really makes it so much more engaging, and it really does make it easier to remember.
It's using that information that is hard for the brain to remember and twisting it and putting it in a way that the brain is excellent at remembering. Yeah,
because our brains really do have the capacity to remember it. So if you feel like you just have a terrible memory, we can both relate to that. And some of the people whose work we've been reading were in that same boat. They didn't come from a background of having this incredible memory from the get-go.
Or natural talent kind of thing. It was
cultivated. Kind of the opposite. It was kind of like, ooh, my memory's not that great. And then learning about techniques that would help with it. And then they just really dove in and practiced for hours upon hours until they became world champions.
Right.
So it really is accessible to anyone to make this happen. It just comes down to your focus, how creative you are, what kind of organization system you create for yourself, so you can trace back through them.
Word. Tuned in, President's Day. Bye.
Bye.